Hi guys, George here from Zero Period Productions, and this week on Skyrim Saturday Mods, we're taking a bit of a trip down memory lane as we revisit Rigmor of Cyrodiil. A few weeks ago, Rigmor's mod author Jim released the rebooted version of the mod, similar to how he released the Rigmor of Bruma reboot last year, which I did a full playthrough of. In the end, the Rigmor of Bruma reboot served as a technical reboot of the project in a lot of ways, cleaning up scripting, squashing various bugs, and improving optimization, while also completely rewriting the starting quest for the mod. With the Rigmor of Cyrodiil reboot, we see a similar situation, where the original version of the mod has seen several different technical changes, as well as a major overhaul for some of the dialogue, and a major rewrite for the final act of the mod, originally named Dragonchild and released as an add-on to the mod years ago. This is not going to be a full playthrough of Rigmor of Cyrodiil reboot. Instead, this will be focused on highlighting and playing through the content that has been updated, and to show off some of the other changes as well. The reason for this being that in the end, I still have a full playthrough of the original mod, and given how much of the quests stay the same, I figured it wouldn't make as much sense to play through all of it again for YouTube. That being said, if you're just finding the mod for the first time and you want to see how it all plays out, I am including a link to the original playthrough on this video, and when we're showing off gameplay from the rebooted version, I'll include the corresponding episode number in the original playthrough, so you can see how it all fits together. So if you haven't watched or played the original mod and you're worried about spoilers, now's the time to pause the video. The first major change in the mod happens a bit later on, after you return from the Isle of Roscria after the Siege of Bruma, and once you're on the road with Cassius and Sorella. One of my biggest criticisms about the original version of the mod, whether you were Rigmor's lover or friend, she got pregnant with your baby because the Shrine of Mara said so. At the time of the original release, the mod author wasn't super familiar with creating branching paths for quests, so that served as a technical limitation for the mod. One of the goals for this reboot was to give a bit more player choice, and to allow you to nope out of that forced pregnancy if it's not what you wanted. If you've not seen my original playthroughs, or my playthrough for the Rigmor of Bruma reboot, I did not go for the romance route at all, and I wanted to continue that for this reboot as well. Now, when you reach the Shrine of Mara, you'll have a new conversation waiting for you.
Okay, let's rest up a while. Sorella, take the weight off your legs. Eat and drink something, please.
Have some refreshments. Okay. Refreshments are always good. I'm always in favor of them. One thing I always like is that we actually sit down, that we sit and have conversations, like normal people. How are you doing?
I'm good. I could use freshening up a bit.
That's pretty much impossible.
Hey, I think I know a way.
Rigmor, what the?
Trust me. Hey, it's just amazing here. Look at those falls. Cassius, can we stay a little while longer?
Of course, we don't have far to go now. We can take our time.
Can we?
I might take the opportunity of bathing in the pool.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea, Rigmor. There are raiders in these hills.
Slaughterfish, too.
That's okay. I'll take the Dragonborn with me. He can watch over my things.
Well, if you must, be careful. The water's icy cold.
Come on, Dragonborn. I need to freshen up.
No one ever asks how I want to freshen up. No one ever worries about my bathing situations, huh? Maybe I want to be clean too. Maybe I want to smell like a... I was gonna say like a princess, like a rose. I don't know what a princess would smell like. Not sure I want to know.
Oh, the gods. Come on.
Alright, you bathe, then I bathe, okay? Equal opportunities here. I want to be clean too before we meet up with the rest of the army. And there it is. The goddamn Shrine of Mara. Don't touch it now. Don't you look at it. Don't you even look at it. I said don't look at it. What are you doing, Rigmor? Come on.
Hey, Dragonborn, check this out. This shrine has been attended to recently.
Rigmor, don't touch the shrine.
Why not?
We must be careful.
Are you okay?
Listen, shrines, they're bad, bad business. Let's just go back to the camp while we still can.
You just watch out for raiders, and don't you go getting any weirdo ideas.
What is it with you and the weirdo ideas? I have never done anything weird in my life. Leave me alone. Leave me out of this.
Are you okay or not?
I'm okay.
That's what I thought.
You don't get any weirdo ideas.
Okay.
That's right. That's what I fucking thought. Not gonna look over there. I'm not gonna watch her bathe. That'd be weird.
So cold.
Well, Cassius warned you it would be
When you
cold.
carry the load of others as well as your own, the Nine shall help carry your burden.
See, even the priest acknowledges that it's 9. Therefore, Talos is real. Who are you? Are you a god?
I am whomsoever you want me to be.
Santa Claus.
Don't just stand there. Come on in.
I'm not coming in. You can't make me. I'm very self-conscious. I don't want anyone to see my body. She can't see you, can she?
But she does, and calls out.
I won't let you harm her.
She is in no danger. She never was. The Nine have listened and granted you your wish.
He is Santa. What do you mean?
She is released from her curse and can live a normal life.
Dragonborn, what are you doing?
I'm having a senior moment. Leave me alone.
No, talking to yourself is the first sign of madness.
I got bad news for you. I've been doing that on YouTube for years. How can we be certain?
All she has to do is touch the shrine, and it will be so. But she must be willing and consent to her fate. But know this, the prophecy must be fulfilled. It is the will of the gods.
But how can the prophecy be fulfilled if our wish is granted?
Another dragon child shall be born. When the time is near, you will be guided to her.
What's the catch? You mentioned a price to pay.
You must become her guardians and protectors until she comes of age. This is the price you both pay for the path you have chosen. But know this, the prophecy must be fulfilled. It is the will of the gods.
You had better not be getting any ideas, Mr. Talk to Myself.
What ideas? She always thinks I'm coming on to her, and this is the exact opposite of me coming on to her. The prophecy. You owe me at the very least the truth.
A dragon child shall be born to reign over Tamriel, restored in my name. She will be the first of many of her kind, breaking the chains of despair. She will lift the curse and restore the light that shall burn brightly, and purge the darkness from the land. Tamriel shall no longer be at the mercy of pestilence, war, and decadence for eternity.
Wait, decadence isn't a bad
Lyn
thing.
and Myr shall be at peace and as one with the blessing of the Nine.
Bring back the decadence. The decadence is good.
A stark, raving lunatic.
Okay, can you leave me alone? Like, I'm just talking to my priest friend over here. We're probably brothers. Look at us. We're the exact same age. What now?
You must now fulfill your own destiny, as it has been written. You will soon see clearly what you must accomplish. The final task is at hand.
And what if I choose to walk away?
If something were to happen to the child, you will indeed become the last of your kind.
Dragonborn, help! Haha, that got your attention, right?
Only a little bit.
Rambling weirdo. I'm nearly done here.
Took you long enough.
I don't know what's
Oh!
with you, but ever since Bruma, you've gone stone cold on me. It's not just what Friathov said to you. It's something else, isn't it?
Oh, Santa's gone. Santa left. But he brought me a present. Nothing. I was definitely just rambling to myself. That's all.
Dragonborn, don't lie to me. What the hell is going on here? Who were you talking to?
It's just Akatosh, aka Santa Claus. What if I told you touching that shrine would release you from the prophecy?
You're kidding, right?
We already decided if the prophecy was true. It's not what we wanted. If you're sure about this, and there's truth in the prophecy, what then?
Then maybe we'd end up becoming guardians to another dragon child.
I could handle that if you could.
It would be the price we pay for our freedom. So either we have our own kid and have to raise them, or we take in someone else's kid and we raise them for 18 years.
So we would end up getting stuck together forever?
18 years, that's it. We would have to look after and care for the child until she came of age.
Hey, we're a team. I'm not going anywhere just yet. Anyway, we can hire a babysitter, right?
Hell yeah. That's what all kings and queens do anyway. I'll explain later, but you just must make sure this is what you want.
Well, that's easy then.
Now don't get any weirdo ideas, Rigmor. I'm just imagining if she was still so infatuated with you and so insistent on you being in love with her that she just looks at the shrine and says, I want the baby, looks to you and then touches it.
Oops.
Can you imagine? It'd be a little dark. Rigmor, how are you feeling? Are you alright?
Hey, I don't think I've broken it.
It didn't send us flying back this time, so that's good. Are you okay?
Dragonborn, I'm okay, okay?
Okay. Okay.
You know, I worry about you sometimes.
Why? I'm doing all the hard work over here. I'm the one helping out, making sure you don't get pregnant. We'd better be heading back.
Come on, let's go.
You're welcome. You are welcome. After this, the mod largely plays out the same for a while, even including Rigmor's fears that she might still be pregnant, as well as other characters believing that she may become pregnant because of the prophecy. There's two reasons for this. The first being that they weren't able to get some of the voice actors back to record new lines, and this is something that may be done in the future. The second reason being that in the end, the gods could simply be lying, or that you hallucinated the meeting with the priest by the shrine. Either way, you'll fight your way to Table Mountain and confront Morag Sethius, and then witness the fight between Boethia and Molag Bal. One thing that I appreciated throughout this version of the mod is that Jim really cut down on a lot of the cursing. There are still instances of it, and that's fine, but there were some times where it was a little bit over the top in the original, and I'm really glad to see that that was addressed. You'll continue through the mod as usual, up through the march on the Imperial City, and claiming the throne for yourself. It's after this that we really start to see more changes moving forward. There's a little bit more emphasis on the friendship ceremony versus the marriage to Rigmor. Although you still have to get her the ring of Pilvi-Hinesh, and she still wants to wear a wedding dress. I guess we are kinda cheating Rigmor out of a marriage by forcing her to help us raise this child, so this is really the least we can do for her. Rogue's cursing in the Ayleid city of Nyasel is also cut down on, which I'm really grateful for. But the one thing I was not expecting, and was very happy to see, takes place right before the friendship ceremony, when a certain friend pays a visit to your private chambers.
Rise and shine, your most royal, majestic highness of highnesses.
You people never nod,
Hand
do
me the
you?
ring you have for Rigmor, and we'll get you in ship-shape for the ceremony. Dragonborn? I just wanted to be sure. Are you marrying Rigmor?
Nope. We chose to have a friendship for the child's sake, so why do you ask?
Oh, it's nothing.
It's never nothing. It's definitely something. What is it?
I just want to say, I think you're beautiful.
Ooh, Cassius! Where's this come from all of a sudden?
Forgive me, I am being foolish.
Psst, Cassius, close the door. And please, continue.
There's not a day goes by when I don't think of you.
When did this start happening?
Since the Sea of Ghosts.
Oh, good,
When
so
we were
close
in
then.
that cargo hold and I told you I needed you. Ever since that day, I can't stop thinking about you. I didn't realize it fully then, but I promised myself that I would make it clear how I felt about you.
Just decided to wait until right before my marriage ceremony. Friendship ceremony, sorry. Cassius, I never knew. And I'm glad that you did, because...
Forgive me.
I like how it says go there. Oh, my dear Cassius, there's nothing to forgive. I feel the same way about you.
Where do we go from here?
Lock the door, put a sock on it. And kiss me, Cassius. Which, the kiss animations aren't working for me, so I don't know what's going on there. Just close your eyes and pretend. I'll try to come see you in Leowin after the ceremony.
Of course.
Give me a few minutes to get ready.
Make sure to wear something nice. I'll meet you downstairs.
I do hope we see some of the non-Rigmor romances continued and fleshed out in the final installment in the trilogy, Rigmor of Tamriel. I really love that we're able to get to know some of the characters on a more personal level, and getting more player choice and agency throughout this mod has been a welcomed improvement. The mod plays out pretty similar to how it did in the original, with many people continuing to think that Rigmor might be pregnant, although you and Rigmor are well aware that she's not, and decide to keep up the charade as a means of protecting whoever should give birth to the true dragon child. After your coronation is when we get into the final act of the mod, and the real bulk of the new content. 9 months have passed since the coronation as you and Rigmor anxiously await the outcome of recent events. After working through the night, Sethri arrives with some news on the current situation. Don't come in.
Wakey, you've got a visitor. I think this is it, seeing as where he's come from and what we've all been waiting for. Anyway, there's a small matter of a situation that he's dealing with. All hell's about to break loose.
All hells?
What is it?
What kind of situation?
A Lady Rigmor kind of situation.
Oh, that situation. What is it this time?
Blackwell has assigned 2 personal bodyguards to follow Lady Rigmor around. She's not too pleased about it, and that's an understatement. You're the only one with the authority to deal with it, before they end up wearing their guts around their ankles, if you catch my drift.
So, Rigmor's gonna become the Mad Queen. Got it. Leave it to me. I'll deal with it. And who's this visitor?
Claims to be the owner of the stables just outside Bravil. If Mara's got anything to do with this, that's where I suspected things would be happening. Which is just as well. About bloody time.
Where's Rigmor now?
Well, I've been keeping right out of her way. She's not too happy being cooped up in the palace these last couple of months. As you probably know, people have been talking, even though she's putting on a good show trying to keep a lid on it all. So let's hope my assumptions are right.
Thank you, Sethri. Come on. Let's go find this...
Antonius Maro. He's waiting in the chamber.
Oh.
I'll walk with you. Come on, follow me.
Morrow, you say? That doesn't bode well for me. A Morrow in Cyrodiil, huh?
If Blackwell sent personal bodyguards, he must have a good reason. I asked him earlier about it, and he buffed me off with, "It's standard procedure for high-ranking nobility, blah blah blah, and all that bollocks." But bodyguards at a time like this, I mean, let's face it, both you and I know Lady Rigmor can look after herself. Bodyguards give her an edge. The only question is... what is it?
An edge for what?
Exactly. My mistress reckons there's ripples in the void.
Ripples? What sort of ripples, Sethri?
Ones of the void sort.
Ripples. In the void. And what's in this void, Sethri?
Ripples. There's ripples in the void.
Ripples in the void?
Bleeding hell, Majesty. You catch on quick.
I always love that line.
Anyway, if I'm
I
right,
always
and this
love ripples
Maro
in the
guy's
void.
on point, it'll give us all a break from this difficult situation. With this guy turning up and Blackwell appointing bodyguards, things are looking up. I'm taking Arania to the annual Bard Festival this year. It's being held in Morrowind. You can rely on me to keep my ear on the ground. If anything comes up, I'll let you know. So apart from the obvious, how's Rigmor holding up?
You know, the usual. She's doing okay, if only people would leave her be.
Well, I only wish you both the best.
Thank you, Sethri.
I'll have to let you sort this out. I'm meeting Arania for lunch. Good beans, Dragonborn. Till later. And good luck.
Good beans, Dragonborn, good beans. just allow me to put my crown back on. It's very important. I don't need Rigmor's clothes. Still carrying them. Not sure why. But look at how fancy I am. I love that I get a hood for my crown. I love that I just love the way it looks. It looks fantastic. Also went the wrong way. Ignore me. I very much went the wrong way. I just saw a door. I saw the marker looking like it was right behind it, so I went for it. Everyone's just like, "Oi, where's His Majesty going? Oi, where's the Dragonborn going?" I'm like, "Don't worry, I'll be there." Your Dragonborn Emperor's a little old. He's a little senile. He doesn't know where he is.
Your most
He's on life
Imperial
alert.
Highness, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Antonius Maro. I run the Bay Roan stables outside Bravil, but I come as a trusted messenger.
Not any relation to Penitus Oculatus Maro by any chance?
Ah, yes. How did you guess? Oh, never mind. My family's name gets around.
Yeah, like the bottom of the river.
However, I don't have anything more to do with them. I ended up in Bravil some years ago. I haven't had contact with my father or brother for some years.
I see.
Sorry? Oh,
Nothing.
Anyway, I was told to let you know that the time is soon, and that you would know to what I am referring.
Go on.
I cannot divulge the full message, not here, as we must try to avoid complications. If you book yourself into the inn, Silverholm on the Water, I will contact you there and advise you on the next step with directions on how to proceed.
Silverholm on the Water? I could just stay at Bravil Keep.
My lord, it is vitally important you do not create attention and try to keep to the shadows. Indeed, you are the most magnificent Emperor of Tamriel.
Aw, shucks.
But my mistress wishes this to be conducted with diligence.
You say that to all the emperors, don't you? Your mistress?
I will inform you what's next once you arrive. We have a friend in Rose. She is trusted. Silverholm on the Water would be the last place any possible enemies would think of. Yes.
Wait, what? Did you say Rose?
Yes, she owns the inn and has been helping my mistress and the Count and is absolutely trustworthy. Book a room at the inn and I will contact you in good time. Things are very delicate right now, but the time is indeed soon.
It has been 9 months, so... True. Thank you, Antonius.
I am your most humble and loyal servant, my lord.
Sorry about your dad. And brother.
My lord, permission to speak.
Sorry about all that. And he's like, what? Nothing? No, nothing at all. Marius?
It is my duty to trust no one. This Antonius Maro could be trying to set you up. It would be prudent to allow Tara and myself to accompany you to Bravil.
It's funny, because you're also Penitus Oculatus. So you're not familiar with his family? At all? I mean, I know he said he hasn't talked to them at all, but still. I'd rather you both stay and keep an eye on things here.
Maro mentioned possible danger. I would advise you against going alone. At the very least, allow Tara and myself to go ahead of you and check the place out.
I've got this, Marius. And I deserve a well-earned break.
What about the Lady Rigmor?
Like, everyone's so nervous to bring her up. It's like, what about Rigmor? She'll be fine. Inform Lady Rigmor I'll be back in a day or two.
As you command, my lord.
Dragonborn.
Oh, God. Oh, we spoke too loud.
Dragonborn.
We spoke too loud.
Dragonborn, we need to talk.
Marius, I'm not here. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Who the hell are these guys watching over me all the time?
I'm not here.
Ugh, I can't even take a dump without them almost falling over me.
I'm an illusion.
Better sort this out.
I'm just an
Now.
illusion magic thing.
Majesty, it's me, Anus, and Crispus. Anus and Crispus. My lordship wants us to make sure my Lady Rigmor's kept safe. It's an honor, Majesty, truly it is.
You know, I do like the idea that in becoming Emperor, I reinstated the old Imperial Guard uniform. It's like my first act as Emperor was, you know what? Imperial Guards nowadays, they don't have the look that they used to. Let's bring back the old armor. They're like, sure, I guess. Whatever you say, you're the Emperor. I got this. You're now relieved of duty.
I dunno, sir. We don't want to get in any more trouble. His lordship was most specific if we, well, know what I mean? Crispus?
Don't look at me. If the head mage hadn't banged his head, we wouldn't be here. You know what he did, Majesty? We were in Coral after the Battle of Table Mountain. Aeolus got so drunk, he urinated in the doorway of the Mages Guild.
I also noticed you have different swords.
Sod off, Crispus, that's a lie!
Yeah, what are these swords you have?
3 or 4 of them came out, and began slipping all over the place on Aeolus's piss. The head mage slips, cracks his head on the doorway, and in the next instant, we're running at a staggered pace with fireballs up our asses.
Looks good.
Was bleeding funny, though. But Majesty, his lordship the Chancellor reckons this is our last chance, and our orders were clear. It can be pretty scary, we don't want to be any bother.
Don't worry about a thing. I'll deal with the Lord Chancellor. Go and grab a round of drinks. 1 round of drinks.
Right you are, my lord. Would you believe it?
You're one lucky bastard, you know that?
Anus and Crispus. Buddy cop movie. Buddy guard movie. In this case. There. I'll sort it out. Maybe I'll get a drink with them. I think I've earned it.
Ugh. What I wouldn't give to get away from all this crap. How much longer am I going to be holed up in this place? I'm going crazy. I mean, it's totally obvious to everyone here I'm not pregnant.
Shh. Lower your voice a little bit.
If you expect me to shove cushions up my front, think again.
Rigmor, you might just get your wish. I think it's time. There's ripples in the void.
What?
Ripples, Rigmor, ripples. I just received a message that the time is near, and I am to travel to Bravil.
We ought to travel to Bravil.
Oh boy.
Let's get that bit right.
Marius.
So what are we going to do?
Marius.
Walk in? Hi, everyone. Just picking up a baby.
The Emperor. I can do whatever I want. No, we're to keep a low profile and book ourselves into the inn. But if I wanted to, I could just walk and be like, hey, give me that baby. I'm your Emperor.
Then what?
I shouldn't be Emperor. Then we wait for the messenger to arrive with directions.
Great. Let's go.
Okay, go and change into something more incognito. I'll arrange the horses.
Great. Then I'll get ready and we can go as soon as possible. I'll see you outside the stables.
Marius, back me up here. Nothing? Alright, well. Guess who's not getting a Saturnalia bonus this year? One thing I want to say is that the mod has a fantastic original soundtrack, and I absolutely love that. I adore it. The soundtrack is incredible. I hope that at some point it's available as a download, because I want to say that it was a download. It was an optional download for Rigmor Bruma at one point.
Everything's set. Although Blackwell moaned a bit. I'm so looking forward to this, and getting to ride Ren again is another plus.
Just remember, we still have enemies somewhere, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Hey, just point the way, and I'll follow.
Rigmor, there's something else we should talk about.
Dragonborn?
The messenger wants us to stay at a guest house and inn called Silverhome on the Water.
Go on.
The proprietor is named Rose.
Do you think it's the same person? I mean, it's been a long time, right?
I don't know.
Okay then. What if it is? That's wonderful, right?
For me. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Come on, let's talk about this. So, what if it is Rose? And I hope it is. I really do, because I'll finally get to thank her for helping save my life. Is there anything you're not telling me about what happened? And I want to know the truth, okay? We need to be prepared. So, what happened back then?
I met her on the way to Riverwood. She had found you and needed my help.
Uh-huh.
I carried you to her camp and we took care of you.
Did she get you to do anything
else? She told me of an old shrine supposedly filled with treasure.
So you checked it out, right?
Yes, the rumors were true. I must have picked up 5,000 gold. It was damned heavy.
What happened about that treasure?
I gave her half and it got a bit... well, let's say she was grateful.
You're such an honest person. Did you sleep with her?
Okay, you jumped to that very quickly. You jumped to that very, very fast, but yes, I did.
Come on, Dragonborn. It's fine. I'm totally cool with it, okay?
I mean, I know we're friends, but you are kind of the jealous type. But it wasn't what you think. She was actually quite...
Quite what?
Well, she said if I didn't get it right.
Go on.
She said she'd rip my balls off and feed them to the slaughterfish.
Oh my days!
You know, some people would find it hard to concentrate with that kind of threat. It's not exactly romantic. It's not funny, okay?
Well, this is going to be fun if it is her, right?
Joke's on you, I still got my balls. Slaughterfish didn't get them that day.
After you.
So clearly I did not mess it up. Kinda wish I didn't have to tell her that. Which, granted, there was the other dialogue option, so... maybe if I had chosen the second one, we, wouldn't have admitted that part. It's hard to say. Also, you can see I'm very incognito with my Emperor clothes. Rigmor, on your horse. Get on your own horse. Don't look at me like that. Rigmor. Come on. I've got a date with Destiny.
Yes?
See? I'm definitely incognito. He didn't even say, yes, your majesty. My disguise must be working.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds. Can I help you?
Really, rolling out the red carpet. We got a welcome party and everything, huh? We're here to see Rose?
Ah.
Hey! Rose! You've got visitors!
That was the best way you could, get her?
Rose! Oh, hey, girl. This is a wonderful surprise. I'm so pleased you made it.
By the gods, I have waited so long to meet you again. If it wasn't for you and the Dragonborn, I would not be here right now.
So it's true. You were the Dragonborn. And if that's true...
I'll, give you two a moment together.
You can give us a lot of time together. Rose, it's so good to see you again.
I didn't believe it at first when Antonius told me about the Dragonborn Emperor and the High Queen Rigmor. As there's only one Rigmor I've ever known, it sounded almost like something out of a fairy tale, but here you both are.
Yeah, about that.
You took good care of her, and I'm so proud of you. Come, let's sit and catch up. I want to see my girl.
I feel like we're not being very incognito right now.
This is so amazing.
She's just
Who
yelling,
would have
hey,
thought we would all be sitting
it's
here
the
together after
Dragonborn
all
and
these
Rigmor.
years? Rose, thank you for saving my life. I owe you everything.
You don't owe me a thing. And I couldn't have done it without the Dragonborn.
It's true.
Did you ever return to Skyrim?
No, I haven't been back. After Hedron unknowingly led the Thalmor to Riverwood, and my brief incarceration, I wanted to start afresh, try something new. Of course, I lost everything I had, but I never gave up.
You can look after yourself, right?
Rigmor, if you've got nothing to lose, you can only gain, right? I was a different person back then. I only took with me the parts I liked about myself.
Like helping people out?
And your hair, your teeth.
Something like that. I help out here in Bravil. People come to me all the time. I even made some balms for the Count to help him with his issues.
What's wrong with him?
Well, the Count and his family have caught a disease. It's not life-threatening, but very contagious. That's why the keep area is out of bounds.
What disease?
COVID.
It's an Argonian bum disease called skill.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, no. It's not funny. Oh, the gods.
I mean, the Elder Scrolls has a
why don't you go get a round of drinks? Tell Matilda
bunch of
to
weird
put
diseases.
Them on the tab.
Drinks coming right up.
We got rattles, rock joint, bone break fever. There's a bunch of weird ones, so you know. That came for you, Rose.
I know.
Okay, Han Solo.
I figured something had happened when the news filtered through Bruma that Fort Black had been attacked.
You were in Bruma?
I made it over the border. Easily sneaked past those dumb mercenaries. I spent a couple of weeks there before moving on working as a part-time cleaner at the Tap and Tack. Colin and his wife were good to me. Then I heard about Bravil and what a steaming pile of junk it was and thought I would fit right in there. Bruma was way too cold for me anyway, so I made my way down here and have been here ever since.
I missed you, Rose.
Oh, I missed you too.
Here we go.
Rigmor.
Let's drink to absent friends.
Not now.
So, Rose, how did you manage to become the proprietor of Silverhome?
Well, it was a little run down and had been empty for about a year before I got here. I was staying at the chapel across the way. The sisters took good care of me at that time. I helped with the gardening, taking care of the graveyard along with Antonius.
Is, you and Antonius...
Rigmor, you think everyone's fucking.
No, nothing like that.
You jumped to that immediately with everyone.
I'm very picky when it comes to that kind of thing.
And she looked right at me.
It was about that time the Countess became very sick after her second child. I got involved and they both made it. One morning a few days later, the Count arrived at the chapel and, without saying a word, handed me the keys to Silverhome on the water. I've been here ever since. But that's enough about me. What about you two?
Oh, there's a whole playthrough about it.
What's been going on with you?
I'll give you the link, don't worry. Rigmor and I set out on an adventure that's still ongoing, frankly.
You got that right.
I can only imagine. I mean, look at you now. It makes me so happy for many reasons that you're both still together and happy.
Well, happy's a bit of a stretch.
And most importantly, Cyrodiil has hope. No, the Empire has hope. Especially after the darkest of days these last few years.
You mean after Sethius?
Oh, I remember it all. It got really crazy. Count Bravil along with some others were defending the South Bridge, but they traversed his positions and went straight for the capital. We knew they had virtually sacked Leeuwin, so the first chance I had, I headed down there to see what I could do to help.
We're now rebuilding and restoring the city.
The new Count is an honorable man. I've never met him, but from what I hear, he's doing an amazing job, and the people love him.
And he has a crush on me.
Yeah. Wow. That was a trying time for me. If the Dragonborn had not been there for me,
Rigmor, if I had known it was you, I would have come to visit you. But things went really sideways, right? The next thing I heard was that the Countess had been imprisoned for treason, but then had managed to escape and break the siege of Bruma. Did you know Count Bravil took his army and sat on the hill overlooking the capital? Skingrad had all but besieged Chorrol and had him cowering behind his walls. Leowyn was surrounded, and there was nothing to stop Bruma from taking the bridge at way apart from him. He turned his horse around and took his army home. I asked him about that moment. He simply said, "Rose, I did my part in saving the Empire that day. Order had been restored by the grace of the Divines."
All 9 of them.
Hey, why don't I get another round of drinks?
No, Rigmor can get them.
I got it. Everyone hang tight.
And just spend a little bit of time at the bar, you know? Just, talk to the bartender, get to know him.
She's great. You've done an amazing job looking out for her.
When she lets me. She's unique.
How long have you two been together now?
Well, I lost her a few years ago. I had other things to take care of.
Are you two...
Nope. Rigmor's like family to me. I wish you had come to the friendship ceremony to prove that we're only friends despite the wedding dress and everything.
Did you ever think you would become what you are today?
Never, but I knew I was here for something after I learned what I was.
The last Dragonborn.
Not for long. Rigmor should have been the one to become Empress.
If the Divines so wish it, it shall be so.
Like us being together again?
That's an ambiguous statement. If I didn't know any better, I would think it was completely innocent.
Then I am guilty of purposefully trying to mislead you.
Let's hope the slaughterfish don't need feeding then.
Alright. Okay. Oh.
My lord, my mistress will see you now, alone.
This is my mistress. You get out of here, Antonius. Bad timing. Bad timing. You're gonna find out what happens to people named Marrow around me. What now?
Time is of the essence. We must go now, quickly.
Is it those ripples I heard about?
Go. Rigmor and I will spend time catching up. I want to hear all about her adventures. I'll be waiting here for you when you return.
Alright, I'll go see those ripples.
All the more beer for us.
You know, you went to get drinks twice, and no one gave me a single drink. Just pointing that out.
Rose is well respected in Bravil. She even has the ear of the Count after helping his family. She is so caring, and if she can help, she will. More often than not, she will leave food at the Shrine of Mara. Next morning, it's gone. I asked her why she did that, and she told me it was there for the poor. Sometimes she will visit Nicodemus, who is looking after the Mages Guild, only to bring him food.
The chapel does look
Here we are.
really
if
good.
Orvesa is not in the chapel, try her living quarters. Down the steps, door on the left. Until next time.
Alright, I'll see you tomorrow. It's a good thing he didn't join the family business, huh?